Breaking news out of Riverbend Springs today, as the town faces a never-before-seen energy crisis. Brownouts and rolling blackouts are plaguing the fast-growing area as urbanites flock to the countryside, increasing power needs. Longtime resident Walter is blaming it on, quote, all those dang electric vehicles zooming around here. Things are like ninjas. You don't even hear them coming. Residents are turning to unconventional solutions and in a surprising decision have called in self-proclaimed farming expert and world-famous YouTuber Raznac to operate the local BGA. Confidence is high that this friendly neighborhood farmer will succeed in his mission. Stay tuned to breaking news as this story develops. Hey, you know this guy has no clue what he's doing, right? What, Tony? Seriously, we're still live? What the Lenny, what? I think this is a horrible Lenny! Freaking serious with this? Like, oh, run the BGA, they said. Everything's gonna... What? Dude, he just left me. What a jerk, man. Podunk dang town, man. I don't... What am I supposed to do with this? I make YouTube videos. I don't... Oh my gosh, these people, I swear it... No. Hello? Yeah. Oh, it's the feeds. Oh, it's live. Well, why didn't you say something? Jeez, you guys are ridiculous. I mean, I'm a professional. This is absolutely absurd. You drop me off in the middle of nowhere, and apparently somehow I'm supposed to save this town. I don't understand. I haven't even watched the intro that you've pushed out yet, but apparently I'm supposed to save this town by running the BGA and getting power. And I mean, I don't even know these people. I feel like I'm in podunk middle of nowhere. This is ridiculous. Oh, well, thanks. Thanks for telling me now the feed's live. We can cut all that out later, right? Like me making fun of the people and all that stuff. Okay, I just saved 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, got it. Okay, and then you guys know it. All right, bye. Hey, listen, I better get some fresh spring water delivered. I'm not drinking this crap out of tap. You better make it happen. Freaking please, I swear. Sign one contract. The next thing you're doing publicity stunts like this. It's just ridiculously absurd. I don't even know what this crap is. La 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 la. Gotta get the voice warmed up. I guess we should do this. I guess we should actually do this. I mean, all right, here goes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is your friendly neighborhood of farmer Raznac, and today we are on Riverbend. We are... oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Hang on, let me try this again. This is so weird doing by yourself. There's no cameras around. I have no assistants. No one bring me snacks. This is freaking ridiculous. I mean, I should have got a shot at a made for TV. I should be working for Hallmark. I bet you they have assistants. This is just okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's your friendly neighborhood of farmer Raznac, and today we are on Riverbend Springs. We have been brought here by the people of Riverbend Springs, the wonderful, wonderful, cultured, amazing people of Riverbend Springs to run their BGA. If you watched the beginning of the episode, you would see that there's a nice little intro video explaining to you what's going on here at Riverbend Springs. You see, the problem is, like so many other places in our country, these quaint little towns have been overrun by city-dwelling, zillennials with their electric cars, and now the power grid is failing here in Riverbend. And this failing power grid is just creating a huge amount of problems. I mean, they have brownouts, blackouts, purple outs, which I heard are really bad. If you've never seen a purple out, count yourself lucky. And all the local farms, industries, all that stuff, they can't do anything. They're literally strangled from the thousands and thousands of Teslas that are being plugged in to the power grid. You know, just no forward thinking at all done by the local government. But hey, at least everyone's got a Tesla. Okay, so what we got to do, or what our situation is the town has gifted me. They have gifted me or loaned to me the land and the BGA that sits on that land. Now, I do not have any farmland because none of the local farmers really wanted to help us, even though they were told that there was a famous YouTuber who is an agricultural expert coming to help take over. But for some reason, they were a little worried. I have to buy the land. I'm gonna have to buy the land. Can I help you with something? I thought maybe they wanted an autograph. Okay, so we're going to be running the BGA, and we have nothing. I have no vehicles. In fact, Lenny just left me at the end of the road and took off. I have no vehicles, nothing. I own nothing. All we have is just the property, the actual BGA, and then I have $500,000 of my own money. Because that's the kind of person I am. About $500,000 of my own money, and the local bank here has loaned me $500,000. So I guess let's get to the map, do a little scouting, and see how we want to actually start our little adventure. All right, so we have a few options. The problem with, I would really like to get this just big field right here to start. These 3 fields right here would be perfect for us. They're nice, big, square, AI helper friendly. You know, we can get a lot of work done by ourselves quickly, start getting these bunks filled up. But the problem with that is these are in some crops that just, we got potatoes in one. We got potatoes in one, red beets in another, and green beans in another. And, I just really don't want to deal with those. Everything here is planted. There's not even any empty fields. These are ready to harvest, but that is just wheat. So this field is corn down here, field 49. That is some corn, and it's almost ready to chop. But again, that's pretty far away. You know, I mean, it's not too far away, but I just don't feel like we're maximizing our time there. These are corn down here, which would be pretty good little additions. But now you're getting a nice little drive away. So I'm thinking that our best bet for the fact that we only have $1 million, and that's including a maxed out loan, is to buy these grass fields. I think that's our best bet, because we can get these grass fields and we can turn these into silage almost right away. And in fact, we probably could buy all of this property right here. 45's 200 grand, 87, 64, and then have plenty of money left over for grass work. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's do that. Let's just go ahead and we'll jump over and visit these real quick. This very pretty. This is such a nice area. I bet you these people are wonderful. Wonderful people to be around. So there's that one. Jump over here to field 44. A lot of grass here. Should be able to get quite a bit of grass for silage. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do grass. Now the other now that we know what we're gonna do, let's just go ahead and we'll just go ahead and buy these up. Buy. Bloop. Boop. We have plenty of grass fields now to work with. The next thing is equipment, right? That's our next step, is equipment. I'm going to hitch a ride with somebody down to the dealership so I can see what they've got going on. Because, well, you know, I don't have any way of getting around. So let me see if one of these nice folks will just take a random stranger in their car. All right, we are here down at old Axel's. Is that Axel's? Yep. Axel's Tractor Center. I talked to Axel a little bit. man, he kind of gave me the pitch on all the new MacDon stuff, and I really would like to use that. I think it would be very beneficial. You know, we could use that, but unfortunately, we only have $600,000 left to get us started. So I think the best thing for us is to invest in a pretty good tractor, decent sized tractor, you know, something around 250 horsepower. So let's just take a look at our tractors here. Large tractors, I really feel like the only one that would benefit us because, again, if we look at front loaders, eventually I would like to just get a big wheel loader for the BGA. I just don't have the money right now. I mean, I kind of do have the money. I could probably, but it's going to be tight. It's going to be really close. And I think this first bit of farming, we probably should just focus on a tractor. Now, we could just lease all of our equipment this first year and go from there. But you know what? I think we're going to go with something like this. Nothing like a Deutz Warrior version. That's just a trim option, I think. So here with the BGA. All right, wheel brand. I really personally don't care. I'm always a fan of like Michelin. We can slap on some wide tires at first. Can we do duals on this? Yeah, because we're probably going to need duals when we compact silage. So 2,000 years later. $1,000. Let's give that a buy. All right. And that is our new tractor right there. Now, the reason why I kind of went with this one is because if you go back into the shop and you look at it, it has a top speed of 37 miles per hour, which I think is extremely handy when it comes to, we're going to be carting grass back and forth to the BGA. We don't want to spend, you know, we're going to spend quite a bit of time on the road. So we wanted something that was a little bit swifter than others. We wanted a Swifty tractor for us to go on this adventure. Now, I think the best way to get from the shop to our grass fields is to take the ferry. And that's what we're going to do this first time. We're going to jump across the ferry here. I guess I better turn my beacons on and my blinkers on. Head on down to the dock master. See about getting us a ride here. Toot our horn. Hello! Hello! River navigation complete. Time to get up here to our field and do our first bit of mowing. Our first bit of farming in this little let's play. If that's what you want to call it. Whatever it is, we're saving the town. And we're going to save it with grass. All right, let's get everything unfolded. I'm really happy with tractor choices. Again, tractor that I really don't ever get to use very much. So kind of excited about it. So I hope you are too. No, to put you down. There we go. And the front of you goes down. There you go. Now we have all this grass around the side, so we're gonna try to grab all that before we even turn on GPS and get to work. Control V, turn everything on. I don't know, does we have swathing? No, these mowers do not have swathing, so that is kind of the downside of the cheaper mowers, but we will take it. Kind of get our first little swing around the... We'll miss a few spots to start, but hey, let's go. Let's get to it. All right. I'm going to be mowing for a little bit, and you know what that means. That's right, it's time for one of them funky Raznac time lapses. Let's go! one field down on to the next ones. What do we have over here? I have the HUD disabled. Oh no, there's a bus coming. Go ahead, bus. A bus with no children. Where are you going, bus? Where are you going? All right, yeah, we've got this little chunk of field here, and I think it's going to be best just to kind of mow this all together as one. Yeah, I mean, this is just I'm just gonna mow this all as one big field, and yeah, that's the plan. All right, I'm gonna get this mowed up, and I will see you in just a minute or second. Just however long it takes to do a scene transition. Jeez. The mowing was successful. We got all of our fields mowed. It's not a whole lot, but again, this is just enough to get us started, get us in to making some material for the BGA and get into making some power so we can make some money. All right, I'm gonna run these mowers up to the BGA yard, get them stored away for now, and run over and grab me a windrower. And after I do that, I will be right back. I really do like this setup, by the way. Very nice. Very, very nice. Having so much fun. Okay, see you in a minute. I love this ferry. The only downside is you're kind of at the mercy of river traffic. So we're down here waiting to cross over so we can get our new windrower that we bought. And I could easily drive around, but I like using the ferry. It's kind of fun. And what you know, there's some barges coming along, so we're kind of stuck here until then. In the meantime, I'm gonna grab just like a sandwich. I'm gonna grab a sandwich, sit over here, you know, by the river, and should keep a fishing pole. Should keep a fishing pole in the tractor, because that'd be all right. Just kind of take my time, enjoy the scenery for a minute. But hey, you know what you can do while you wait? Hit that thumbs up button. That's right. Smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Comment. You know what to do. All right, that's enough of that. As for my pick, I went with this Samaz windrower. I wanted to do the front-mounted one. There's this front-mounted one, this Respiro right here. This thing looks pretty cool. And that would work really well with our setup because we could put the front-mounted windrower on the front and then our loading wagon on the back, and then we could do it all one pass. The only problem is that thing is like 90 grand. It's $91,000 for that, and I just don't have the money right now. I don't have the money, and I don't know if my tractor can run that. I'm sure it probably could run that and the pickup wagon, but yeah. So we just went with the old cheapo. This thing's only $19,000 because I'm sure we're going to need that money for some other stuff as we continue to expand our fleet of vehicles to run the BGA. So that's why I didn't do that. It would be perfect though, but I didn't. All right, we're gonna do some windrowing, get everything rowed up, and then we'll grab the loading wagon, some silage additive, and start picking up all this stuff, taking the grass up to the BGA, toss it in the bunker, and start making some silage. I won't bore you with this one because, well, it's windrowing. I mean, we can do this or watch paint dry. It's whatever you want to do. But no, we'll have a nice little time lapse in the next segment with all of the running, carting, all of the picking up the grass and back and forth. I think that'll make a good one. And I will see you when this thing is nice and neatly rowed. All right, windrowing is done, and I thought now would be the great time to do what I hope is a new little segment for the videos, something I'm going to try this time around for Farming Simulator 25. We're going to call it Learning with Raz. Okay, in this segment of Learning with Raz, we're going to talk about silage additive. That's right, this little thing right here, this pallet of stuff called silage additive. If you didn't know, if you do know, then you could be like, okay, Raz, we know. But if you didn't know, this may help you improve your yield a little. You can find silage additive right here in the shop. Down under objects, category pallets, and you will find silage additive right here. 60 liters for $2,990. Ooh, that's expensive stuff, right? expensive stuff. But what silage additive does is if you add it to vehicles that have a silage tank, let's take, for instance, our loading wagon right here that we just bought. We added a silage tank, and this will increase the yield of product that this picks up by 5%. So for every 1,000 liters of grass, we're going to get an extra 50 liters. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but over the course of fields and fields and fields and hours and hours and hours of work, 5% really, really does start to add up. This also goes for forage harvesters. So if you wanted to, we can look right here at a forage harvester. There is an option to add, well, some of them. The John Deere doesn't have one, of course. Right here, so the Jaguar silage additive tanks, yes. And then you'll add this little tank, or no. Should be the Krone. Krone doesn't have it, really? Is it just the Jaguar? That's crazy. Oh, that's pretty sad. But just the Jaguar TerraTech is the only one that has a silage additive tank. Ah, that's too bad. Even this little thing here. But if it does have a silage additive tank, unfortunately, not many of the forage harvesters. Let's see, a lot of the forage wagons, they all take silage additive tanks. So that will increase your yield when you add the silage additive to the tank and up the yield. All right, that's it for Learning with Raz. I'm going to load this stuff up, head over to the field, and I'll see you there. On to our next step here in the wonderful world of BGA operation. We're just going to be picking up some silage. That's it. We're going to be picking up a lot of this grass, also called chaff. I guess it's technically not chaff. It's just grass. Chaff is corn. Eventually the game will kind of treat them both the same when you put them in the silage bunk, but yeah, for sake right now, it's just grass. You can see our silage additive tank there in the bottom right is ticking down a little bit at a time, and hopefully, if everything's working correctly in the game, that part is increasing our yield by 5%. So, is it worth it? I don't know. Is it in the game? Yeah, sure. So let's use it. All right, let's crank up some music, speed up the frames, and let's time lapse this, because otherwise we're gonna just be here forever. All right, see you when we're done. Well, my little piddly harvest is done. Not much. We're only looking at 254,000 liters of chaff, grass, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it, that we're going to compact into silage. It's not much, but it'll get the BGA running And that's what we need to happen. We need to get the BGA running so that we can start making more money, so that at some point we can keep expanding our operations, because we want to buy dirt. That's what we want. We want dirt because dirt means more product, and more product means more money. And so we just kind of have to keep our eyes on maybe this field next. Field 36. Probably going to be something that we buy really, really soon. 39 is just all trees. 40, 41, maybe 41 we grab. I'm not entirely sold yet. Just depends on what kind of money we have after we buy our equipment. So now it's just the good old days of driving back and forth over top of silage with the medium tractor, which I really haven't tested in Farm Sim 25. I don't know if the larger the tractor, the faster the compaction. I don't know that yet. Haven't really looked into it. I'm sure someone's made videos or talked about it, but for the most part, I've just been allowing myself to be entertained by learning things myself. I really haven't watched a lot of videos. I really haven't watched a lot of how-tos because, well, the fun of it is figuring it out, at least for me. All right, I'm going to drive backwards and forwards for the next 3 hours, slowly losing my sanity, the little bit that is left, and allowing the voices in my head just to conversate. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. All right, all compacted. For some reason, we started with 254,000 liters, but then we ended with 252, 269. So there's a little bit of loss somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where or how, or it might just be, who knows. Anyway, all compacted. So cover the silo. All right, there we go. Silage is fermenting. Again, it's not much at all. It's tiny. It's a tiny little bit, but that'll help get the money flowing. And the silage bunker is just a little weird. It's a little weird when it's not full. Like, it's just anywho, just weird. I like I don't know about this new texture. I like the white one better. I like the old white blanket better, but hey, who am I? Just a guy playing the game. Went ahead and went to the shop, bought our front loader arm. We also have a silage fork there, grabbed a weight. So we've got all that stuff ready for when this is fermented and we can bring it over here and sell it. Again, tiny loads at first, not a whole lot. We're down to $159,000, so not much money. We're gonna do one more thing before the end of this episode. Another little segment of learning with Raznac segment that we're gonna do, and I'm gonna talk to you about rollers and rolling grass fields, because I went ahead and bought a roller too. That bad boy right there. And I'm going to take it over the grass fields, and we're going to talk about what it does and why you may want to use it. We are back at the pasture, and eventually what's going to happen is with the BGA, we're going to get tons and tons. Well, not tons. I mean, we used to get tons of digestate, which you can use digestate as a fertilizer product. But as it sits right now, I don't have any fertilizer. I don't want to buy just equipment just to do fertilizing right now. I mean, for the BGA purposes. But because we just have grass fields, what you can do is you can roll it to add a fertilizer state. See, right now, grass, it already says fertilize 50%. Because when you cut grass, again, this is base game. If they ever implement precision farming, all this is going to change. But when you cut grass, it only takes away one fertilizer state. Again, let me pull up the map so I can show you what I'm talking about. Look at soil composition. All of our fields are fertilized right here, right? All of our grass fields have one fertilization state. Of course, there's no weeds. They don't need plow. They don't need lime. They don't need anything. So in order to get our maximum benefit, what we need to do is add one more fertilizer state to the field. And well, guess what? If you have fresh cut grass, you can roll your field and it should give you a fertilizer state. Let's just kind of drop that down. And we will start rolling. We kind of pull up our handy dandy steering assist to okay. Well, why didn't that work? Steering assist. Oh, show lines. I had the show lines on. It's kind of lock in, and you can see if we zoom out that there is an actual texture change to the field. So we are getting a fertilizer state when rolling the field. Now, if you roll the field, if it hasn't been cut, it'll actually reduce. So if you're ready to harvest and you roll it, it'll actually reduce the state of your field. So yeah, that's a little learning with Raz segment. I really never used the roller in 22 because with precision farming, I feel like it didn't work the best way, or at least in the beginning, so I just kind of quit rolling fields. But yeah, you can actually roll fields now. So if we go back here, now we are harvested. Well, it's not, it doesn't even say harvested anymore. It just says fertilized 100%. So and then you can see the map change. So I'm really curious to see what, you know, if we get a yield. The only thing that I'm afraid of is maybe this slows down growth a little bit, because this one, maybe it grows slower once it's been rolled. So what I'm going to do, for the sake, I'm going to not roll field 34, and then we can see, does the grass grow faster if you don't roll it? And then that would be the benefit of using actual fertilizer. It's because you get more grass faster. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, that was learning with Raznac. All right, I'm gonna do some rolling off camera, you know, all that good stuff. I have finished rolling field 45 right here, our first big field of grass, and I'm gonna work on fields 44 and 35. 34 I'm not gonna roll because I want to see if rolling fields affects how fast the grass grows, because with the fields, you know, you want to get in as many cuts as you can. So if this slows down growth, it may not be beneficial for our operation here at the BGA, because we want to get as much grass as fast as we can so that we can generate a bunch of money and get away from grass. At some point, I would really like to get away from grass and get more into the corn silage, because I feel like the yield is going to be greater with the corn silage, and also maybe get into the sugar beet cut as an option too, because if you look at our BGA, we can actually use sugar beet cut to produce electric charge methane and digestate. It's not as, it doesn't look like as efficient, but you get a lot of sugar beet cut from a field of sugar beets. So that's maybe something worth looking at in the future. That's going to be it for this episode, folks. That's going to be it for this one. And the next one, we will hopefully, by then, we should be able to sell off our first pit of silage. Again, it's not much. And continue on in getting the BGA up and running so that we can cure this power problem that is here on Riverbend Springs, because without power, we can't do anything else. We gotta have power to do some stuff. And the poor people of Riverbend Springs, they've tasked me, you know, they've tasked just me with fixing everything for them, you know. And I am the best farm sim YouTuber on the planet. I'm an agricultural expert. I mean, who else can fix things but me? Okay, enough talky talk. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Like button. Comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, Stay safe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.